This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
The question many New Zealanders will now be asking is, why don't we just bring our troops back earlier?
Our political editor Corin Dan's been looking into this issue and joins us now live. Corin.
Good evening, Peter. Well, a very trying day for the Prime Minister today as he had to answer questions about another 3 New Zealand soldiers killed. It's been a pretty trying time for him over the last 2 weeks, of course. He essentially said that basically it was a very hard decision on this one, but he has to follow through on his commitment. After years of relative security in the Bamiyan province, life for Kiwi troops has suddenly become more dangerous, and the Prime Minister accepts Kiwis will be questioning why we are still there.
I want our boys and girls to come home and to be safe, and it's awful that we've lost them, but we're in this now, and we've been in it for a long period of time, and we've just got to make that exit in a professional and considered way.
Prior to the latest deaths, John Key indicated our 145 troops would leave late next year. Today he signalled it will be earlier, most likely April 2013. But he stressed we won't cut and run.
The message that we send to the rest of all of Afghanistan is that it's time to run for the exit. And if we do that, then the thousands of people that have lost their lives have been in vain.
An expert on the Afghan war agrees the government is in a tough bind.
It's in no interest either domestically or particularly internationally for it to give any impression that its timetable is being chosen by insurgent attacks.
But Labour says the troops should be brought home as soon as it is logistically possible.
We should be leaving, but we shouldn't be cutting and running. We need to make sure it's an orderly transition so that the Afghan authorities can pick up when we leave.
But getting troops out of a place like Bamiyan isn't an easy task and will require months of planning and the help of our allies.
Mainly due to the capacity of the roads, but also we've had since 2003 been putting in our facilities, our specialist gear and equipment that operates in that area.
In fact, given the size of those logistical difficulties, the Defence Force says it's likely it will leave behind or give away some of its gear to the locals.
So, Corin, is the government likely to face some tougher questions in coming days over the withdrawal timetable?
Yes, I think so, Peter. Well, political parties are loath to, point score on days like today, but the Green Party has indicated it will seek a snap debate tomorrow in Parliament. Now, it remains to be seen whether that will be granted by the Speaker. Nonetheless, it's a sign, I think, that there are more questions now about this timetable withdrawal, how fast New Zealand troops can come back. And I think the Prime Minister responded to that a little bit today too, with the signal that he's looking to try and get the troops out by April. That's a few months sooner than that September deadline, or late 2013 deadline he had indicated. So yes, we can expect some more questions on this.
Thank you. That's our political editor, Corin Dan.
The latest casualties takes our military death toll in Afghanistan to 10. Just 2 weeks ago, Lance Corporals Rory Malone and Prali Dara were killed in a gun battle in northeastern Bamiyan. Lieutenant Tim O'Donnell died in a firefight after an ambush in Bamiyan in August 2010. In February 2011, Private Kirifi Mila was killed in a vehicle accident, also in Bamiyan. In August that year, SAS Corporal Doug Grant was killed in a Taliban attack in Kabul. A month later, SAS Lance Corporal Leon Smith was killed during an operation in Warkard province. And earlier this year, Corporal Douglas Hughes died in a non-combat incident at an army base in Bamiyan.
This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.